In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace be upon you all. This is an English session, grade 9. Unit 3, lessons 3, 4, and 5. Title is London 2012. 2012, okay? Reading numbers. Reading numbers. Let's start with cardinal numbers. Cardinal numbers, for example, how do you read this number? We can read this number like this. Okay. 100 and 12. 112, reading cardinal numbers, we can say 112, and we can take out and 112, and we can say 112, and we can say 812. You can use any of these ways to talk about phone numbers, hotel room, and money. Okay, 112, 112, take out and 112, 812, 112, 112, 112, 812. And native speakers sometimes read this number by saying 112. They will do this when, or for clarifications, when they haven't heard accurately. Okay? How do you read this number? We can say 200 and 5 or 205. Take out and. Both are okay. 205 or 205. And native speakers sometimes say 205. 205. 205. They are okay. Okay? How do you read this number? We can say 1,000 and 700 or 1,700. So we can use a lot of ways to read cardinal numbers. Cardinal numbers. We have a lot of ways to read them. Let's move to the second point, reading decimal. Decimal, a number less than 1. Decimal means a number less than 1. For example, how can we say this number? We can read this number by using this. We write this and we write this and we say 2.25. Okay, we read decimal number like this number 2.25. 3.25. How can you say this number? Three point 3.5. Again, we have cardinal numbers and reading decimal. Decimal numbers is a number less than 1. Okay. Open your book to page 30. Open your book to page 30. Open your book to page 30. I'm sorry, open your book to page 40, London 2012, page 40, lesson 5. The Olympic Games of 2012 took place, has the same meaning of happen. يبقى حدثت in London, UK, United Kingdom. Every country sent a female competitor. كل دولة أرسلت منافسة من الإناث. Women's boxing was included for the first time, so the 2012 Games became the first at which every sport had female competitor. Paragraph number 2. One of the greatest success of London 2012, واحد من أنجح الأشياء اللي حدثت في أولمبياد لندن 2012 was the Jamaican team. It was their most successful performance. كان من أجمل العروض بتاعتهم أو من أنجح العروض with 4 gold, 5 silver and 3 bronze medals. With 4 gold, 5 silver and 3 bronze medals. The sprinter Usain Bolt won 3 of the 4 gold medals. فاز ب3 من أصل 4 جوائز ذهبية. And broke 2 world records. وحطم رقمين قياسيين. He ran 100 meters in 9. Read this decimal number, 9.63. 9.63 seconds, making him the fastest man in the world, مما جعله أسرع رجل في العالم. In tennis, في لعبة التنس, the American player Serena Williams defeated Maria Sharapova and won gold in the women's singles. In the men's singles, the British player Andy Murray won after defeating Roger Federer in the final. فاز بعد هزيمة روجر فيدرر in the final. The fourth paragraph is talking about football. The men's, يبقى الباراجراف الرابع عندك بيتكلم عن كرة القدم. The men's football team from Mexico won its first ever Olympic gold medal. فاز بالميدالية الذهبية الوحيدة ليه after defeating Brazil in the final. بعد هزيمة البرازيل في النهائي. The score was 2-1. All the players were under 23 years old. كل اللاعبين كانوا أقل من 23 عام. Paragraph number 5. The gold medal for the men's long jump was won by Greg Rutherford from Britain. His, read this decimal number, نقرأ الرقم العشري ده, 8.31. 8.31 meter jump fell short of American Mike Pauls. 8.95 meter record set in 1991. Let's answer this question. Who can answer the questions fastest? Which country won the men's football gold medal at London 2012? Question number 1. Who won, or which country won the men's football gold medal at London 2012? Mexico. Number 2. What nationality يعني جنسية, is the athlete who holds the record or the world record for the long jump? American. Number 3. Who won the women's tennis singles? Serena Williams. Serena Williams. Which race make an athlete the fastest man in the world? The 100-meter race. Number 4, 100-meter race. سباق 100 متر. Which country won gold in the 2012 long jump? Great Britain. Number 5. Work in pairs to listen answers for these questions. Compare your answer with other answers in your class. In which sport do you hit something? The first question. In which sports do you hit something? We hit another person in boxing. And you hit a ball with a racket in tennis. So we have boxing and tennis. You hit the other person in boxing and you hit ball with a racket in tennis. Number 2, in which sports do you throw something? اللعبة اللي بتلقي فيها شيء. You throw a ball in volleyball. Netball and basketball. Basketball. Number 3, in which sports do you kick something? In which sport do you kick something? You kick a ball in football. And you kick the other person in karate. In which sport do you run? In which sports do you run? You run races. Races in athletics. ألعاب القوة. And you also run in football, volleyball, and so on. Etc. Okay? The last one, in which sport you jump? You jump in basketball. And you jump in high jump and long jump. High jump and long jump. Okay, thank you for listening. Goodbye.